request you to give the inaugural address, sir.
Your volume is very low. Your volume is very low. Can you raise your
Yes,
volume?
Yes, sir. Here is some, I think, problem in the letter. Maybe. Okay, I'm coming. Good morning. Good morning, you all.
Good morning. Good morning.
First of all, I would like to extend a very warm welcome and our Additional Secretary Sri V. Srinivas, Department of Administrative Reforms and Ministry of Personnel. He is also the Director General of National Center for Good Governance. I would like to welcome the Director General Sri Bhagatji from IMPART and Reva Sharma and all the participants. So, first of all, I would like to welcome our Director General and Additional Secretary DRPG to give a welcome address and also inaugural address to you. Sir, may I? Or should I request first Bhagatji? Then you will give the
I'll welcome, and
yes,
then we can have an introduction.
Yes.
So, on behalf of the Government of India, the National Center for Good Governance, and the Department of Administrative Reforms, let me welcome the Director General IMPART, Sri Saurabh Bhagatji, then Director IMPART, Dr. Reva Sharma-ji, my colleagues from the National Center for Good Governance, Professor Poonam Singh ji, A.K. Singh ji, and Dr. B.S. Bish ji, all distinguished participants from Government of Jammu Kashmir who have made this journey to Mussoorie in such a short period of time. This collaboration was announced only on July 1st, 2021, when we were at Srinagar for the regional conference in replication of good governance practices, and many states and union territories, as also several senior officials from the government of Jammu Kashmir participated in that event. The Honorable Minister of State, Dr. Jitendra Singh ji, along with the Lieutenant Governor of Jammu Kashmir, had approved an MOU that we signed between IMPART and the National Center for Good Governance. And the MOU covered three aspects. The first one was to formulate a good governance index for the districts of Jammu Kashmir. And we have made considerable progress on that subject. And I think the good governance index will be ready in another week's time. The NCGG and DRPG also came forward to document the successful case studies in governance which have been administrative innovations in the Union Territory of Jammu Kashmir, and that was an area where a number of case studies were identified and which will be taken forward in collaboration with the Administrative Staff College of India and Center of Public Policy by the NCGG. The third area in which collaboration was envisaged was the capacity building programs. And the Director General was kind enough to invite me to address about 267 officers from the Kashmir Administrative Service on August 25. And we also agreed that the NCGG in the current year will conduct 3 capacity building programs at Mussoorie. So this is the first batch of the capacity building programs. It is for senior officials on public administration. And the second program will be conducted in the coming days based upon mutual convenience. And that will be on smart policing. A third program would also be conducted before March 2022. The transformation from a state to union territory has necessitated certain changes in the manner in which government officials discharge their responsibilities. And in my 9 visits to Jammu Kashmir and also several rounds of interactions, I have tried to emphasize on the fact that there is an impersonal nature in which the government of India's laws operate. And also with regard to digital practices, there has been tremendous emphasis on reducing the interaction between the citizen and government. So when you look at the basic principles of organization, be it the hierarchy or the unity of command, the span of control, the use of rational authority, supervision, coordination, delegation, decentralization, communication and control, there is vast difference between the way in which the government of India works and a state government works. So this program has been formulated in consultation after several rounds of consultations between IMPARD and NCGG, and it highlights several aspects of the new public administration model. So some of the features that are going to be conducted in part of this program, immediately after the inaugural session, we would have a session by Sri Sanjeev Chopra ji, a very eminent director of the Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy of Administration, and he would be addressing you on the changing paradigm of governance. The focus has also been on constitutional values, policy making, ethical administration, the new challenges in health sector governance for those of you who are working in health sector, financial administration. The government of Jammu Kashmir has placed a great deal of emphasis on bringing transparency into financial administration, land administration, particularly the new land acquisition law and the amendments in the tenancy laws that have prevailed, rural development practices, backward areas development program, particularly the focus on the aspirational districts program. We do have 4 districts of Jammu Kashmir which are covered under the program. Kupwara, I do recall when Anshul Garg was there, was doing extraordinarily well. Then Digital India is a big focus program for Government of India, and Digital India would discuss the various success stories in terms of citizen-centric delivery of public services. Then disaster management is a very important area in the aftermath of the COVID-19 pandemic, and how the disaster management laws would operate would be an area of discussion. Then gender administration, gender sensitivity is an area of great importance for new public administration, and there is going to be a session on this subject. Innovation and creativity is a subject of great importance for civil servants. I know a number of innovative practices have been implemented in the government of Jammu Kashmir. We are documenting 3 such practices. One is the Back to Village scheme, in which many of you would have participated and conducted night halts in villages, and also ensuring that the backlog work with regard to revenue administration, police administration, as also several regulatory clearances were taken up on a time-bound manner. In fact, each of the phases of the Back to Village scheme has been a great success, and it has been monitored very closely. There is also going to be a session on electoral reforms, and you will be visiting the former Chief Election Commissioner of India, Mr. Qureshi, would be addressing you as part of this discussion. The second half of this training program would be conducted in Delhi, and there would be a great deal of focus on the modern public administration approaches, particularly urban governance and smart cities. I'm familiar with the work that is being done with Srinagar Smart City, and Mr. Athar, who's from Rajasthan Cadre, from where I come, has been sharing a great deal of information on the hard work that he is doing to bring it into a smart city. And you'd also be visiting the National Disaster Management Authority, the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, to understand how difficult it was in this period to handle the pandemic challenges. There would be a visit to a zero energy project, because climate change is a big challenge, and Paryavaran Bhavan you would be visiting. And there is also a visit to the Bureau of Parliamentary Studies, particularly because it changes the Bureau of the parliamentary accountability has necessitated in our governance models. There are many senior faculty who would be coming into this event, and we have invited faculty from several Indian Institutes of Management. We have a senior professor from IIM Indore, from IIM Visakhapatnam. There's also the former dean of Jamia Millia Islamia, one of the very eminent thinkers on constitutional values and policy, Professor Rumki, who's a Mary Parker Follett awardee, who would be addressing you. The Niti Ayog would be speaking. Mr. Rakesh Ranjan, who heads the Aspirational Districts program, would be visiting Mussoorie for a discussion. Several officers from the Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy of Administration would be there. Governments of Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, as also the Ministry of Information Technology and Electronics, and NDMA would be speaking on this occasion. In my last 2 years of working with the government of Jammu Kashmir, we've been able to successfully implement several reforms, and the foremost among them being the e-office. And e-office has brought a paradigm shift to the functioning of the central secretariat. In fact, today you would hardly find any of the central government offices as cluttered paper slums, because the kind of file work and the volume of file work has been entirely digitalized. So in your visits to Government of India, as also at in your discussions on Digital India, one big focus area would be e-office. And I would urge each one of you to adopt e-office in a significant manner, because e-office can transform the way offices look, the speed at which decision making can be taken up, and also it brings considerable transparency into governance. You cannot hide on an e-office system. And for example, if an officer wants to see the number of notes an undersecretary has done, all that he has to do is type the name of the undersecretary, and you will identify how many files, how many notes, and how many detailed examination the particular official has conducted. So e-office brings tremendous rigor to our secretariat functioning. And I would urge each and every one of you to adopt e-office and take it up in a manner in which the use of digital signature certificates, virtual private networks, as also advanced versions like the e-office version 7.0 can be adopted. You can also use it for the digitalization of the central registration units, that all the fresh receipts, the DAT that is received, need not come in physical form anymore. It can come online and it can be processed online. The second area on which I've had the opportunity to work with the government of Jammu Kashmir has been the JKI grants. And it was called the Awaz-e-Awam when it was launched. And we initially started with an integration of the Awaz-e-Awam with the CP grants, because a number of grievances were coming in the name of Prime Minister, which had to be forwarded to the government of Jammu Kashmir. So we found that these thousands of grievances, instead of being sent manually to the government of Jammu Kashmir, could be sent in electronic format to them. So a bridge was built between the Awaz-e-Awam portal and the CP Grams portal. Thereafter, we also found that the very robust system and the citizens of government of Jammu Kashmir were filing several grievances addressed to which pertain to the union government in the state portal, and the same could be transferred online to the national portal. So the reverse integration of the Awaz-e-Awam with the CP grants was undertaken. Thereafter, at the request of the government of Jammu Kashmir, I think it was August 2020 when we started work on integration of the district portals on the JKI grams. And it became a very high priority for the current government that the district portals were mapped, and the mapping of district officers on the system was taken up. When it was initially commenced, we started with 3 pilot districts, that was Riyasi, Jammu and Srinagar. And I do recall the number of interactions with each of the collectors, Hindu Kamal Chib in Riyasi, Sushma Singh ji in Jammu, and Shahid Iqbal Chaudhary in Srinagar, and the sheer energy that they showed in timely implementation of district level JKI grants. Today we have more than 20,000 officers of the government of Jammu Kashmir, representing almost 65 departments at district level, who have been mapped on the JKI grants at district level. It is the first such success of mapping so many district level officers and integrating those district level officers with CP grams at national level. Today, a grievance that is filed in the national portal can reach a district level officer within a matter of a few minutes. And this is the first such integration that has happened, and we have showcased it as a role model for many other states. And today, many states are adopting this particular success story of the government of Jammu Kashmir. In fact, the implementation of the Jammu Kashmir using, in terms of JKI-grams, using feedback call centers, using appellate authorities, mapping so many authorities on a district portal, mapping huge number of authorities with regard to the state portal represents a huge success story. And the documentation of the JKI-grams should be undertaken because it can be a role model for the way public grievances can be addressed in a very timely and qualitative manner. In my interactions with senior officials of the government of Jammu Kashmir, I did have the opportunity to spend a lot of time with Saurabh Bhagatji in recent years. And my interactions with the government of Jammu Kashmir, I've always noticed that the Kashmir Administrative Service, as also the cadre of the J&K IAS, had very high competency levels. And there was also a deep sense of commitment and patriotism. The intensity with which governance was being carried out in the Union Territory of Jammu Kashmir was simply seen to be believed. And it was far superior to what many other states of the nation were doing. And that is something that I always cherish, working with individual officers, and the memories with which the great cadres of Jammu Kashmir could bring together a series of administrative innovations in a short period of time. The objective of this program is to create a goal-oriented administration, and the manner in which it has been structured is over the next 2 weeks, this objective will be fulfilled. And I'm glad that Professor Reva Sharma, Sri Saurabh Bhagatji have worked very closely with our own faculty in NCGG, Professor Poonamji, Professor A.P. Singhji, and Professor B.S. Beshri to make this event possible in a very short period of time. I wish you a very pleasant stay in Mussoorie, and also when you come to Delhi, we'll be here to welcome you. We have an interaction in the valedictory session with Dr. Jitendra Singhji, and we'll invite our Secretary DRPG also on that occasion. But let me wish you a very comfortable stay, and I'm sure the beautiful environs of Mussoorie would remind you of Srinagar's beauty. And we were all probationers at Mussoorie many years back, and it carries a huge number of happy memories, be it going to Kempty Falls or to the Mall Road, and also the great library of LBS NAA, and just visiting the Sardar Patel statue in the Mussoorie Academy, or the Lal Bahadur Shastri's statue. And it's quite inspirational to see the work of great civil servants who have worked and strived tirelessly for developing India's democracy. So, well, let me extend you, each and every one of you, a very warm welcome, and I wish you a very successful program. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. And now it gives me great pleasure to welcome Sri Saurabh Bhagatji, the Director General of Jammu and Kashmir Institute of Management, Public Administration and Rural Development, to kindly address the participants, please.
Good morning, sir. I would like to place my highest regards to Sanjay Singh, sir, who is not with us, Secretary DRPG, V. Srinivas, sir, who is the Additional Secretary DRPG and Director General for the National Center for Good Governance, Poonam Singhji, Director Center for Good Governance, Reva Sharma ji, Director Trainings Impart, Dr. A.P. Singh Saab, Mr. B.S. Bisht, Mr. Sanjeev Sharma, and most importantly, Mr. Mukesh Bhandari. And the officers, 30 officers from the Jammu and Kashmir mid-career trainees who have joined Labasna and NCGG for the first ever training program, mid-career training program. Sir, I would like to mention, sir, that this is a very momentous day, that all the hard work we started at your initiation on the 2nd of July, when we had the great conference on good governance at Srinagar, where the Kashmir Elamia was adopted. And what the Jitendra Singhji and Lieutenant Governor of J&K together resolved that the Department of DRPG and the state government, and on behalf of that Impart, will sign a MOU for moving forward 3 very important agendas, sir. as you had mentioned, sir, one agenda was the training of 2,000 officers at various echelons in the government, so that they can be given next level competencies. The second important agreement that we signed was regarding the writing of 3 case studies through the Administrative Staff College of India. And the third was the development of the District Good Governance Index, which is one of the very significant initiatives. And sir, the first initiative on which the very significant step has been taken today, I would like to congratulate that it was your personal effort and the painstaking deliberations which happened between Poonam Singh ji and NCGG and Srinivas sir and the state government, and on behalf of GID between Dwivedi Saab, to give final shape to this program. Sir, I would like to brief you that the Kashmir Administrative Service, which is a premier administrative service of the state, and it has been designed to man the significant cutting-edge level positions in the state government, was created in the year 1965, sir. In 1965, a small, humble beginning was made, and 4 posts were created, 4 kinds of posts. The Tehsildar, the Under Secretary, Cooperative Department, which was also Cooperative and Rural Development, and Excise and Taxation. And sir, in 1984, as the need was felt to expand it to a holistic type of umbrella service, so there are 16 services were created, and the ambit was expanded like the other states. In 2018, this number increased to 18 with the addition of administrative officer and private secretary. And sir, in 2019, this entire process culminated with the coming of the mid-career training policy. Sir, it was felt that these officers played a very, very significant role in taking the state of J&K almost like the steel frame of J&K during the planning era of the 70s. Then during the militancy period, which from 89 to 95, when the state went through huge upheaval, it was the Kashmir Administrative Service, the steel frame of J&K, which kept implementing various policies, and they evolved various administrative procedures and made the power of the state strong and delivered very good administration. Sir, the same administrative service has been utilized to fight various natural calamities like the flood that came in recently, and the earthquake. And so the recent upheaval, that is the Reorganization Act, where the entire rule book had to be changed. That is one of the latest challenges faced by the Kashmir Administrative Service. So during this entire period, continuously the training policy was reviewed, and IMPART continued to be the training academy, the administrative training academy for the Kashmir Administrative Service, and it imparted the training at various levels. So the training of the Kashmir Administrative Service starts with the foundation course of 1.5 months, and after this, sir, similar to the training given to the IAS and the IPS, there is a component of phase 1 training program in which they are given next level competencies and introduction to various types of rules and procedures. Then in addition to this, there are several attachments with the various institutes of repute and some of the national level institutes, including Bureau of Parliamentary Studies and some certain private sector units, Army attachment, Air Force attachment, etc. Sir, after this, there is a district training component and followed by phase 2, just like the administrative service. Sir, what was missing and a very big void which was there was regarding the mid-career training program. And during the long length of the training of the service of the KS officers, there was no mid-career training program. And I'm highly thankful to you, sir, that your deliberation on the sidelines of the conference with the worthy Chief Secretary, A.K. Mehta Saab, and also with the General Administration Department and with IMPART, and within the organization of NCGG, Poonam Singh ji, worked together to build up this particular component of the mid-career training program. Sir, I would like to inform you that in 2019, the Naveen Chaudhary committee within the state created the mid-career program format. And this particular mid-career program format talks about the idea of training officers when they are promoted to the additional secretary, special secretary, and the secretary level within the state. For a period of 60 days, they would be trained. And within this 60 days, 15 days, they would stay with IMPART. And remaining 45 days, they would be deputed to institutes of repute like Labasna, like NCGG, and the other various institutes in the country. However, sir, because of the COVID-19 pandemic, the policy could not be implemented effectively. But now, sir, with your effort and with the commitment from the Chief Secretary Saab, I'm very happy and I'm very proud to say the batch sitting in front of you are the 30 officers, which will be the first officers in J&K who have been trained under a systematic mid-career training program. Sir, during this the training program, I'm very thankful that the kind of subjects which have been picked up are highly contemporary and are very relevant to the Kashmir Administrative Service, because all these officers are now likely to be promoted to the next level of the echelon And as sir, I would like to inform you, the worthy Chief Secretary has also introduced an element of mandatoriness in this mid-career training program. So these officers have to mandatorily go through the mid-career training program to move from the additional secretary to the special secretary level and special secretary to the secretary level, that is to the super time scale of the KS. And because of this element, the policy has been made very effective and it is being implemented in totality. Sir, these officers have been handpicked, and these are some of our brilliant officers from the state government. The only exception that has been made is that the officers in the last 5 years of their career have not been picked up as per Government of India policy. But just below that, the most senior most officers are here, and some of them are already working as administrative secretaries, and most of them are major heads of department or minor heads of departments. And after this particular 2 weeks of training, I'm sure, sir, these officers will be the precursors or the catalyst for development and change in the Union Territory. Sir, I would also like to mention, sir, that the Reorganization Act 2019 has totally changed the rule book. And after the implementation of the newer policies, sir, now the GFR, GEM procurement, and absolutely new subjects have come to the fore. And it is necessary for these officers not only to be trained themselves, but also act as master trainers to go back to the state. And we in IMPA, we want that we would like to utilize their services as master trainers for other KS officers. Sir, as you were kind enough to brief a very large batch of 267 officers of the Kashmir Administrative Service recently, and you would have realized the kind of enthusiasm and the kind of need to gather information and knowledge is in the Kashmir Administrative Service. Being extremely elite service, this particular training program shall help us build a cadre of master trainers who can go back and train their juniors. Sir, as you know, that sir, we have an intention to make the officers specialize in various domains. Like urban development and smart city, or revenue administration, or urban development, or for that matter, Panchayati Raj. So therefore, sir, these officers, they will be encouraged at the various levels of mid-career training program to specialize in a particular area. And after this completion of this program, we shall take a feedback from all of them. And if they have to be deputed for another 2 weeks to some premier institute for a specialization training in a particular specific domain, that shall also be done. And this will help us build a cadre of mid-career training program officers who are master trainers for their junior cadre officers. Sir, I would also like to mention here, sir, that in addition to this, we'll also be conducting refresher programs in help with the NCGG and CGG, which has been the biggest partner for training for J&K. Sir, I would also like to place special thanks to Sanjay Singh ji for providing the leadership also in the development of good governance, as well as, sir, in this program. And immediately after joining, he has helped us in building up this program. Sir, I would also like to inform you that worthy Chief Secretary A.K. Mehta Saab has been personally monitoring the content of this program, and the whatever deliberation happened, specific inputs that have been put into this program, that is the GFR, the GEM procurement, and certain other exposure visits have specifically come from the highest level in the Union Territory of J&K. And in this, I am highly indebted to Srinivas Saab for providing us this input. Sir, as you have already mentioned, that this is the beginning, and just like from a tiny acorn, the mighty oak tree grows, this particular training initiative has to develop significantly. The second program for police officers, which is being designed for soft skills for policing in collaboration in discussion with the Director General of Police, and on which NCGG as well as MPART is working, I think that will also be a great precursor to the police training and also coordination between the civil and the police administration. Sir, in this entire endeavor, the best place in the country where bureaucrats can be trained is Labasna and NCGG. And I'm sure the kind of state-of-art facilities and the best possible teaching faculty that has been procured by the NCGG will go a long way in polishing the skills of our bureaucrats and also giving them the next level competency, which are very much necessary for the challenges they are facing. Sir, Union Territory creation and the change of the rule book has also opened another vista for our KS officers, because as you know, sir, the Kashmir Administrative Service is the induction cadre for the IS. And with the creation of the Union Territory cadre, after induction into the administrative service, some of our colleagues here will get an opportunity to work in other Union Territories of India, like Delhi, Chandigarh, Pondicherry, etc. And therefore, it is necessary to benchmark their competencies to the best of the officers in India. Sir, I have interacted with the Kashmir Administrative Service in the previous 20 years of service, and I found their competence to of a very high order. However, definitely, sir, the chiseling of the gemstone is extremely important, and therefore this chiseling can be done by the Labasna faculty, by the NCGG, and during this 2-week program, I'm sure we will be able to create excellent competencies, and when they come back, we will have an excellent feedback, and we will also formally issue an order of enrolling them as master trainers. Sir, with these words, in the end, again, sir, I would like to place my compliments to the NCGG, DG NCGG, Srinivas Saab, without whose efforts, neither this particular training program nor the high level of training we are imparting to the KS professionals recently would happen. Sir, you are precursor to the Kashmir Alamiya, and the Union Territory government is highly indebted to you for the excellent input given by you, sir. IMPA, the metamorphosis of IMPA from a training institute which had to improve itself to the involvement in the District Good Governance Index, to the training of the 2000 officers, or writing of the 3 case studies that we are doing through Administrative Staff College of India, or for that matter, sir, the improvement of infrastructure that we are doing, or improvement of the quality of speakers we are doing because of our collaboration with the NCGG and CGG. It is all because of your singular effort and the kind of dedication that you have shown for improving the quality of service of J&K officers. Sir, we on our part, from the part of Jammu Kashmir, on behalf of the Chief Secretary of J&K, I commit to you, sir, that these officers will concentrate and try to absorb the maximum nuances of these training programs. And when we come back, we will ask them to write a detailed report on the content that they have absorbed. And some of them, we will give them choice to become master trainers in a particular area. Sir, the second part of the program that has regarding the exposure visit will also open the vistas, and this has also been a long-standing demand of our officers to be able to go to Government of India and visit various programs. And sir, I'm sure on 10th, when we will meet for the valedictory program, in which the Honorable Minister Jitendra Singh Ji and Secretary Saab also would be there. So I'm sure they will have very wonderful experiences to share with us. Sir, with these words, I would like to end my speech with thanks to you. And I think, sir, this is a very, very good initiative which has started. And I think in the long run, these 2000 officers, by the time we complete this training program in the next few years, I think we will have a very fantastic bureaucracy which will be attuned to face the challenges of tomorrow. And they will be resilient. They will be having a very high order of integrity. And also, they will be able to deliver whatever is the need of the specialization and whatever is required by the Union Territory of Jammu Kashmir and Union Territory of Ladakh, because some of the officers are also from the Union Territory of Ladakh. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Saurabh. I think we have another 10 minutes, so we can have a quick round of introduction of each of the participants. Please introduce yourself and your current job and your expectations from the program. Very briefly, please. Can you just go
Can you switch on your mics and please speak?
Good morning, sir. I am Bashir Ahmed. I am 2001 Jammu and Kashmir Administrative Service Officer. Presently, I am posted as Director General Social Welfare Kashmir.
Next.
Morning, sir. Sir, I am Mohammad Ashraf Bhatt. I am a case officer of 1999 batch. Presently, I am posted as a Special Secretary to the Government, Youth Services and Sports Department.
Next.
Very good morning, sir. I am Engineer Narendra Singh Bali, BE Electrical MBA UK. I am at present Secretary for J&K.
Next, please.
नमस्कार सर, मेरा नाम दीपिका शर्मा है। मैं 99 बैच जम्मू कश्मीर एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव सर्विसेज से हूँ। प्रेजेंटली सर मैं मुबारक मंडी हेरिटेज सोसाइटी में एक हेरिटेज प्रोजेक्ट को डील कर रही हूँ।
Next, please.
सर, मेरा नाम नवाबदीन है और मैं 99 बैच का केएस ऑफिसर हूँ। प्रेजेंटली रीजनल डायरेक्टर सर्किल एंड रिकॉर्ड्स उधमपुर पोस्ट।
Next, please.
Good morning, sir. I am Arun Manhas. I am present 4th batch JKS officer. Right now, I am handling JK Agro Industries as a managing director. And the expectation from this program would be to learn the new paradigms of good governance and what are the different inroads in public governance, the experiences of the senior officers and faculty from IIMs also. It will be a great learning, and I hope when we go back, we are a bit learned and enlightened also. Thank you very much, sir.
Next, please.
Good morning, sir. I am Neetu Gupta from 99 batch of JKS officers. Presently, I am posted as Additional Commissioner, Enforcement and Administration, Jammu in State Taxes Department. We look forward to the program. It would be a great learning experience. Thank you, sir.
Good morning, myself Ajay Sharma, heading Jammu and Kashmir Ladakh Financial Corporation and presently reforming the organization.
Next.
I am Minul Islam, case 99 batch. I am presently posted as secretary, building and other construction workers welfare board.
Next, please.
Morning, sir. Hi, Mushir Ahmed Reza. I am 99 batch. I am presently posted as director, tribal affairs, UT Jammu and Kashmir.
Next, please.
Good morning, sir. I am Vivek Sharma, 99 batch JKS officer. And presently I am working as director in the Admin Husbandry Department, Jammu.
Next, please.
Very good morning, sir. I am Pawan Rathod. I am 1999 AS officer. Presently, I am special secretary to government of JNP in the hospitality and protocol department.
Next, please.
Morning, sir. I'm Rachna Sharma, basically from Jammu. I'm 99 batch JKS officer and presently posted as Special Secretary in Cooperatives Department, Civil Secretariat, Jammu.
Next, please.
Morning, sir. Myself, Mohammed Nazir Sheikh, and the batch JKS officer. Presently, I am working as special secretary in the Department of Food Service Supplies and Consumer Affairs.
Next, please.
Morning, sir. Amit Sharma. I am Administrative Secretary, IT Department, and also Chief Executive Officer, JNP Governance Agency. And, sir, I also made a presentation on e-office, if you can recall, during the two-day regional conference, and we shared our experiences, how we successfully implemented e-office in Jammu and Kashmir. And here also, sir, and already you have told very good components on similar kind of activities, and you have also talked and made our way easy to implement e-office all across the HOD offices, which are already, most of the HODs are sitting with us in this capacity building program. So we utilize this platform and opportunity to expand our base, spread e-office and similar kind of IT related initiatives which are the need of the hour, and definitely would like to take away a lot of good learnings from this classroom session as well as the field visits which are coming up till the last day, and we're sure that on that very day on the valedictory function we'll be able to share our experiences which would be really good, which we can replicate in our UT when we go back. Thank you, sir.
Next, please.
Namaskar, sir. I am Pradyuman Bhatt, JNP AS 99 batch officer. I am presently director of government extension.
Next, please.
Good morning, sir. I am Rajinder Singh Tara, JKS KS 99 batch officer. I am right now working as Director Command Area Development Jammu.
Next, please.
Good morning, sir. I am Pradeep Kumar, presently working as Transport Commissioner JNP.
Next, please.
Morning, sir. I am Majid Rabu. I am Controller Legal Metrology JNP.
Next, please.
Good morning, sir. I am Nazir Khan. I am 2001 batch, presently secretary in skill development.
Next, please.
I am Wali Rapal, 99 batch JKS officer. Presently, I am working as Director Land Report.
Next, please.
Morning, sir. I'm Mir Tariq Ali, presently working as Director General Government and Child Development, JNP.
Next, please.
Good morning, sir. I am Dr. Mushtaq Ahmed, 99 JKS batch, and presently I am Special Secretary to the Government Civil Secretary Information Department.
Next, please.
Sir, I'm Shafqat Iqbal, 1999 JKS officer. I am presently Registrar Corporate District.
Good morning, sir. I am Dr. Hafiz Shah, 99 batch JKS officer. Presently posted as Regional Director of Services in Lake Vikas Maharaj, that's South Kashmir. Thank you.
Next, please.
I am Shivkumar Gupta. I am 99 batch JKS officer. I am currently posted by Secretary to Government in JNP, Civil Department.
I can't hear the backbenchers, but I take it that most of you are from the 99 batch of the Kashmir Administrative Service with about 22 years of experience. Diverse fields. I think the program will adequately enthuse you and keep you involved. Can I now invite Professor Poonam Singh for the vote of thanks? Reva ji, आप कुछ कहना चाहते हैं?
Thank you very much, sir, and good morning and happy Janmashtami to all of you, sir. Sir, DRPG, under your dynamic stewardship of respected Shri Sanjay Singh ji and your good self, sir, has organized several conferences in Jammu and Kashmir on good governance practices, GFR, General Financial Rules 2017, Pension Adalat in 2009, 2019, we organized these conferences, and as part of that, we signed MOU under your able leadership, and the officers, about 1,500 officers were benefited by that training. And taking that forward, sir, now again an MOU has been signed, and this is a path-breaking, initiative that our officers are getting an opportunity to undergo mid-career training program in a prestigious institute. That is Labasna and NCGG, and I'm sure the training program would be very meaningful and rewarding for all of them. And sir, it has been all due to your stewardship and all your personal efforts and initiatives that you took. And I'm sure this is going to be a long way for all of them, and they would be, highly benefited by this academic discourse they are going to have there. So I wish them all the best in the future endeavors too, and thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Poonam ji, can I request you to give the vote of thanks, please?
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir. Few officers' introductions still there. We are on the last show.
Yes, but the voices are not coming very clear to me. I'll be happy to be introduced when I meet you on 10th of September. We'll be welcoming you in Delhi next week. In fact, you're all in Delhi, so we'll be having a proper introduction. Yes. Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. It's a great privilege for me to propose this vote of thanks. So first of all, on behalf of NCGG team, we express our gratitude to our Director General, NCGG and Additional Secretary DRPG, Shri V. Srinivas sir, who has given his immense support and guidance to make this capacity building program a great event. His vision and guidance enabled NCGG to reach greater heights and motivated the entire team of NCGG to perform optimally. Thank you so much, sir. And I would like to express my thanks to Sri Saurabh Bhagat, Director General, Jammu and Kashmir Institute of Management, Public Administration and Rural Development, for gracing the occasion and addressing the participants today, sir. So thank you so much for your hard work to enable this capacity building training program. And I'm also very thankful to Dr. Reva Sharma, the Director of IMPART, for making this great event. And she was making, I think, the various calls and many calls she made yesterday also at 11 p.m. We were in touch. So thank you so much, Revaji. And I would like to thank Jammu and Kashmir Institute of Management Public Administration and all the officers who are here for this capacity building program. I hope that this training program shall be a very, I think, the pathway breaking, as Dr. Reva told right now. And finally, I would like to thank the entire team of NCGG who are working behind the curtains for their hard work and dedicated efforts towards execution of this program. And finally, I would like to thank all the persons who are behind the curtain. So thank you all for your guest presence at this inaugural ceremony, and have a good day. And finally, we would like to give a great thank to our Director General, Sri V. Srinivas sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much, and all good wishes. Thank you. Thank you, Saurabh ji. Thank you, Roya ji. All good luck, Poonam ji. Thank you.
Yes, sir.